Thursday night, Primetime, Pacific Division on the line. The San Diego Wildcats, 10-3, control their own destiny. The LA Aztecs, 9-4, still wanting a little more. The Wildcats come in with the best ground game in the league, but the Aztecs hold opponents to under 70 yards on the ground. Who will win? The unstoppable force or the immovable object? Find out next with playoff seeding on the line. Hello and a very warm welcome. My name is Michael Toronto. Happy to have your company. Joined in the broadcast booth tonight by Chris Curtis. Chris, this one should be very hype. A win tonight in San Diego clinches the Pacific Division. LA still has some agency, though, if they can get over the hump at home.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They have a way to pull to the top spot in the Western Conference with a win. They have a road to it, at least. It won't be easy, but either way, should be a good one. LA and San Diego on right now.
It'll be the Wildcats, light blue, white, and light blue with the Navy accents going left to right. They'll start after the kickoff at their own 24-yard line. The handoff to the best running back in the league. Payne Price cuts it back, gets 3 yards. Let's take a look at that Wildcats offense. Quarterback Zach Holdorf. The running backs Payne Price. Rochelle Johnson is the wide receiver to watch, as is Ari Mills at the tight end spot.
No, Rochelle Johnson and Ari Mills, as much as Payne Price gets the running game going and gets San Diego's offense really their engine running, Rochelle Johnson and Ari Mills are what keep it going after it started. So good stuff from them all season long, and but they need Payne Price to do what he's done best all season long.
Well, right there, he just runs into a black and red wall. Walker made the tackle with the lead man in there. Turner also there. And something's got to give tonight. Either the almost 200 rushing yards per game that Payne Price puts up, or the nearly 70 per game that LA gives up. That pass is incomplete. Holdorf 0 for 1. Looking for McCray on the deep curl, and a 3-and-out forced by LA.
Yeah, and that's going to be what LA wants to do, is create a one-dimensional environment for the Wildcats offense, or for the for San Diego's offense. The biggest thing about it is if they can hold Price to under 3 to 4 yards a carry, they are going to force San Diego to throw the ball, and then they turn them into a one-dimensional offense. So good stuff from LA on their first defensive possession.
Payne Price averaging 126 yards per game by himself, 5 yards a carry, but Zach Holdorf, no slouch running the ball either, averaging 75 yards a game from the quarterback spot. Let's talk about the LA offense, because there goes RB1, Isaiah Fowler, picking up 8 yards on first down.
And Isaiah, when he is at his best, he takes a lot of pressure off of Marco Swift, which obviously is going to put LA at their best. If you can take some duties off the plate of Marco Swift, then you are in good shape. And then you have A.E. Turner, really the diva of the wide receiving core for LA. As we take a look at their offense, A.E. Turner, Miles Morales-Woods, Lemnert Fancher. A.E. Turner and Lemnert Fancher have been going back and forth for weeks about possessions and catches and all this. Just team contributions. Competition makes the team better, but sometimes they take it a little bit too far.
Don't forget Lars Bizarre at tight end and Xander Orion on the offensive line. 3rd and 2 after an inside trap. The Fowler went nowhere. Deep handoff, nothing doing. So 3 straight runs for Fowler, and a 3-and-out forced by the Wildcats defense. Could we be seeing a defensive struggle this evening, Curtis?
Well, we were thinking that might very well be the case. Both these teams are middle of the road or better as far as both passing and rushing defense. Conversion-wise, they're also very good defensively on third downs defensively. So this is this has the makings of a defensive slugfest, so to speak, and maybe the first team to score is going to have a real distinct advantage.
And these two teams are actually the top 2 in the league in points against per game. Los Angeles giving up 12.8, San Diego 14.8. So we could be seeing a low-scoring, knockdown, drag-out battle, right? Running backs, low-scoring. What is this, 1950?
I'm thinking we went to a football game and a baseball game broke out, I think is what we could end up with here.
Payne Price rumbles for his best run of the young evening so far. Let's check in on the LA defense featuring Liam Swift, Cameron Curse, DJ Kilgannon, Michaela Foraker on the defensive line, the CJ Parrish and Scotty Scruggs at linebacker, Marion Turner, Miguel Morales-Woods, and Rain Rie in the secondary.
Marion Turner has had plenty of defensive plays that have turned some heads for the Aztecs so far this season. If she gets an impact play, an interception, a good sack on a blitz, whatever the case is, she will make an impact and put their team closer to win.
Right now, all it is the defensive line of the Aztecs out muscling the blocking for the Wildcats. Curse gets home with Swift right behind him. And Morales-Woods also in on that one. So a second straight 3rd and long here for the Wildcats. It was incomplete the first time they tried it. Now here's a 3rd and 7. Bunch formation left, close to the line. Single wide out to the right-hand side. Time for Holdorf. Now the pocket breaks down. He's going to have to take off, and Curse says, no, you don't. And that'll be another 3 and out. 3 straight combined to start this game.
And I think if Holdorf takes off about a second sooner, he has that lane in front of him, just takes a little bit too long eyeing downfield, trying to find somewhere to go with the football. If he tucks it and runs a little bit sooner, he may have enough time to get up and through the pocket. There's not enough time there as Curse is going to catch him from behind and bring him down to end this drive.
Holdorf is the best rushing quarterback in the league. 979 rushing yards on the season, needs just 20 tonight to get to 1,000. He would be the only quarterback in the UFL with 1,000 rushing yards on the season. But it's not going to be easy sledding against this Aztecs front 7. Last time the Aztecs had the ball, it was 3 straight Isaiah Fowler, handoffs. Now they've got that full house in the backfield. And they'll hand it off to him for 4th straight time. And again, there's not much room to operate in there. Zach Dingwell makes the tackle as we meet the key starters for the Wildcats on defense. James Corey and Alexander Ross down there on the line, and Zach Cobb at linebacker.
Yeah, Zach Cobb is the main man in the middle. That linebacking core runs through him. He is going to have the main cog. He has the key to this defense, and he lets them go. Basically motivates them, keeps them going, gets the communication from the sideline. He is the one to go to for the big plays.
Another handoff. That time the blocking slightly better. Will bring up 3rd down and short. Zach Cobb leads the team in tackles for San Diego with 103 on the season. It was 3rd and short last time. They went to Fowler. They've gone to Fowler every play so far that they've been on offense. They'll finally let Marco Swift unleash the arm cannon. He will do so for a 1st down to Iggy Turner right at midfield.
And there's Iggy Turner, and there is the celebration man from him. He is going to celebrate whether it's a 5-yard pass or a 25-yard pass. He does not care. He gets a pretty key 1st down there to get the Aztecs across the 50-yard line and into Wildcat territory. So that's at least one worth celebrating. See if they can get it downfield further.
Marco Swift, a really good season. 22 touchdowns, 3,766 yards passing coming into the day. There's a quick slant on 1st down, complete to Lars Bizarre for 6 yards.
Yeah, Lars Bizarre, you mentioned him earlier, the tight end. He's going to be a safety blanket for Marco Swift and has been before. If he can get underneath and be that 3rd or 4th option for Marco Swift, then he will net probably 5 to 10 catches in this game.
Swift to Fowler out of the backfield, got a few, brings up 3rd and 5. There's Zach Cobb, right as we were talking about him, makes that tackle.
This is where LA needs to be, between that 3rd and 2 to 3rd and 6 range, to make things a little bit easier for them. San Diego is going to feast if you let them put you in 3rd and long situations. So if LA continues to be in that 3rd and short, 3rd and medium territory, then they're going to have a good day on 3rd downs.
3rd and 5, Swift clean pocket, down the seam. Big pickup for LA, Lendrick Bancher, as the Aztecs move into scoring position.
And there you go. 1 catch for Turner, 1 catch for Fancher. These two are going to chirp back and forth on the sideline and on the field. You'll see it, but whatever works. I mean, LA is going to benefit from those two going at each other, so they'll take it.
Brian Schutz was the last man back there for the Wildcats with a touchdown-saving tackle. An under center pass. This is a screen to Fowler. Did he step out of bounds? No, able to turn up field and get 7. Second and 3. Ball inside the 15-yard line on this drive. The handoff goes to Javon Tome, and Tome down to the 2-yard line.
They are in their bag of tricks on this drive. Talking about LA, they've gone through delayed handoffs, they've gone through long post routes, they've gone through short underneath routes. The only thing they haven't done is let Marco Swift run it himself. But this is a really nice variety that LA has on the 2nd drive. The first one did not go anywhere. This one, they have a chance to put it on the board at home.
1st and goal inside the 2. Adam Noel is the feature back. He'll take the handoff, he'll put the shoulder down, and he'll score the first points of the evening. 6-0 Aztecs.
That's exactly what LA wanted. The long drive, the good variety, San Diego really not knowing what kind of look they're going to get from the LA offense. And finally, Noel's going to put it in at the goal line for LA. Just enough to get it in with the shoulder and 2 tacklers dragging on him. And don't look now, but the Aztecs have enough to, they have enough to win, but that first score is going to look really big in a defensive game like this.
3rd rushing touchdown of the season for Adam Noel. Fowler and Noel have the only rushing touchdowns on the season for LA. 7-0 Aztecs here. And because it's been very defensive for most of this game so far, most of the first quarter is gone already.
Exactly. Yeah, the possessions have not gone very far for either team. Both teams have had 2 possessions to this point, which you don't usually see in the first quarter. You might get 1 apiece, maybe one team has 2. 3 total possessions in the first quarter is a good average, but both teams have finished 2 possessions in this first quarter, which is a pretty speedy way to do things, and that just gives a testament to the defensive game we have.
1 and 7 are your first UFL bingo numbers this evening. San Diego still without a first down in this first quarter. And they will start from their own 30-yard line.
Well, now San Diego needs an answer. They have the tools on the field to get it done. Holdorf knows how to run the ball. Payne Price obviously knows how to run the ball. How often do they lean on the running game before they start to have to pass it? Because right now, LA has answered the call as far as the rushing game has gone.
Deep play action. Holdorf into the flat. Flag comes out as the pass is caught by Price. And unnecessary roughness will be the call. Well, there's one way to get your first down of the game for San Diego. I'll take it, I'm sure.
Maybe not by design, but yeah, absolutely, they'll take it. I mean, it was a late hit out of bounds. The receiver was already headed out of bounds, and the extra contact pushed him 5 or 10 yards into the team's sideline. That's not necessary.
Holdorf down the middle, in stride to his receiver. Nicholas McCray, perfectly executed post route.
Yep, skinny post right through the middle into his office between the hash marks, and that's where he stopped as well. That gets him into plus territory. San Diego looking to answer the Aztecs drive the same way with a nice couple of passing plays through the middle to get them into scoring range, and we'll see what they do as the field gets tighter down the way.
San Diego comes in 10-3, leading the Pacific Division, 5-1 at home, 5-2 on the road. Another deep play action. Max protect goes downfield, almost intercepted into triple coverage really trusting his receiver there in Holdorf, and the defense almost comes away with it.
That probably should have been picked. That was a crosser, a deep crosser route going towards the left front corner of the end zone, and just 3 people there. I'm not sure why Holdorf decided to send that, but that was a mistake.
Another play action fake, and Holdorf gets crushed. Good night, Cameron Curse.
Curse has been all over the place. He's been the defensive playmaker on this line for LA, and that is a massive hit to take. That's a hit you cannot take if you are Holdorf. Find some way out of that. If you see Curse coming at you, well, you shouldn't see Curse coming at you like that. That play action was definitely ill-advised with the way the Aztecs have been getting pressure.
Now third and a country mile, 17. Got to get inside the 25-yard line. They try to set up the screen, but it was blown up immediately. Blocking wasn't there, and so San Diego gets 1 first down off the LA penalty, but unable to convert a second one as they will punt the ball away.
And that gives you credence to what we're talking about with LA's defense. We know how good they are. San Diego knows how good they are as well. And they are being reminded firsthand, like they were in the first game these two teams played, 20-17. That one ended up in San Diego's favor.
It's been a great back half to the season for San Diego. They're 7 of their last 8, a 4-game winning streak, starting with the LA game back on the 29th of April. Then they beat Rochester, Denver, and Florida in a row. Swift back near his own goal line throws the ball incomplete. Then they took a shock loss to Fresno on the road, 31-17, but have bounced back since, beating San Jose, Milwaukee, and Albuquerque.
San Diego's been good. There's a reason they're tops in this division. LA has a chance to catch them.
Oh, look out! This? Big hole for Adam Noel at the numbers, past the 30, out to the 34.
To the second and third level he went, just put the afterburners on right away. Great blocking, created a hole a semi could have driven through right off the right tackle. That's a great run for Noel, and if he continues to have good runs like that, he could get a lion's share of the carries over Fowler. But Noel's been very productive every time he's touched the ball today.
Coming into the game, Adam Noel just 50 carries on the season to Isaiah Fowler's 284. The screen is blown up immediately. That pass was out of the flat to Iggy Turner. Elon broke it up.
I told you, he celebrates after every reception. He's going to catch this. He's going to get up and he's going to start dancing. He's going to be like, yeah, look at Lendrick. I caught another one. He goes for 1 yard, but that's beside the point. The RPO goes in his favor at this point.
And talking about unclaimed players, right? Jordan Elon has been excellent this season.
Yeah.
Had an interception in the first meeting between these two teams. Visit our website at UFL.football and claim your player today. You can still get on the field this season. That's the end of the first quarter. LA 7, San Diego nothing. Mostly a defensive struggle so far here on UFL Primetime on the Virtual Football Network. Flip side to the field and start the second quarter. Michael Turillo and Chris Curtis in the broadcast booth today. That pass is incomplete. Marco Swift, after starting 6 of 6, now drops to 6 of 8 after 2 incompletions. 12 helmets down, 20 to go. Check out Green Gridiron's social media to see the unboxings of full-size UFL helmet replicas. They make it real, and so do you. For more information, visit greengridiron.com. On 3rd and 11, the Aztecs are close to picking it up. Just a little safety valve route from Isaiah Fowler out of the backfield. They do pick up the first down.
Yep, they do. That was a really good escape valve route, just like you were thinking. It's probably the 3rd or 4th option between Marco Swift's reads, and he found a way to get a hole right in the center there. Fowler just sitting there while he's sitting there. Very good work from him to find a way to get the first down marker and keep this drive alive.
After 3 straight 3-and-outs, it's been all LA. Turner, not to be outdone, gets a first down plus the face mask flag, and will move LA deep into San Diego territory.
Yeah, face mask, horse collar, you can call it a couple different things, but he was just dragged down That was a crazy tackle, but that tackle probably saved them from giving up a possible touchdown there. So, I mean, you take the 15 yards, and it hurts them a bit, but it is a first down either way.
Isaiah Fowler is a top 10 rusher in this league, averaging 89 yards per game. That time he's bowled over in the middle by Cobb. Overall on the season, 1,165 yards for Isaiah Fowler, puts him 9th among SFL running backs. Although a chance to really climb that ladder with a nice game tonight.
Ooh.
They give it off to Noel, and he's got no room to maneuver that time.
And nothing doing. San Diego read that play from the word go. Really nice tackle in the open field to not let Noel get free. And nice pursuit to the ball. Great read. And makes it so this next play is going to be a little bit farther back than originally intended.
Already a second solo tackle of the first half for Brian Schutz. 3rd and 12. Marco Swift gonna have to go to the air. He's got 3 receivers plus a tight end to worry about. Now a 4th comes into the formation. That's Morales Woods. Swift against the 5-man rush has to bail out. He's got space to the 20 and slides down, but takes a shot late inside the 20. 4th down and 4, and San Diego looks like they've got a half stop.
Very close to being a penalty there, but I don't think he slid in time. Creates a 3rd or 4th down and gives them a chance to get 3 on the board.
Chris McCray, 35-yard field goal, splits the pair, and it is 10-0 LA. And this 10-0 lead over San Diego must feel like a 100-0 lead with how the Wildcats offense has started this ballgame.
Yeah, the San Diego has been struggling, to say the least, and it looks like defensively LA has their number the way this one's going. But it also has started differently than the last game these two teams played. San Diego went up 20-0. LA came storming back with 17 unanswered to nearly come back in that game. This time LA gets the fast start, and San Diego's left wanting.
Could be fast start home cooking, right? San Diego was at home last time, LA at home this time. Of course, these fast starts mean nothing after maybe one of the craziest comebacks we've seen in UFL history earlier tonight with Dallas and Wichita. I'll tell you what, if you missed game night, it might have been one of the best ones of the season.
Yeah, going back and watching that would not be a bad use of your time. That was a really, really good set of 3 games. And game nights usually produce at least 1 or 2 good ones every time they're on the air. But this one, there was 3 solid games on the docket tonight.
San Diego needs to get something going on the offensive end. Their own 29. A 4th straight play action, but this time Holdorf's just going to take off and run. And there's green grass in front of him. A 13-yard pickup and a 1st down.
That's the kind of decision-making we need to see from Holdorf. He's able to roll out of the pocket, and it's a one-read-and-run type play. If his one read isn't there, he tucks it and runs, has a lot of green in front of him. That essentially turns into an option play for him. You see him tuck it, looks like he's going to throw it, not going to happen. Holdorf gets downfield, gets them a 1st down.
One of the few quarterbacks in this league who can truly be defined as dual threat. I'm thinking of Karen Koizumi for St. Louis as the other one. This time, Holdorf going to lace it down the middle for a short gain.
Yeah, not a lot there.
2 yards on that one.
Yeah, exactly. But not a lot there, but it does keep the defense honest. You know, you start working these shallow routes, it opens things up as the linebackers tend to come down and take those early routes away.
Holdorf off play action, plenty of time, slings it deep, and the deep crosser has the football inside the 30-yard line of LA.
Oh, look at that.
Rochelle Johnson, big catch and run.
Yep, and taking a page out of Iggy Turner's book as well with the celebration right after the fact. But that's where the levels concept comes into play. You have the early routes that the 2-yard pass doesn't seem like much, but then it opens up things downfield. The linebackers come down expecting another shallow route. Instead, he's going to burn him over the top on the deep crosser for Rochelle Johnson.
The offensive line has been much better for San Diego on this drive, giving Holdorf time in the pocket to survey downfield. This time, Payne Price squeezes that big 6'1", 219 frame to a tight spot and gets 4 yards.
Yeah, very good work from the San Diego offense. They're starting to figure things out, and they're in field goal range from here. Now they have to find the finish.
Big press. Here comes the blitz. Price runs through it and brings up 3rd down and 3.
Well, I mean, this is the short 3rd downs that they needed. They needed to keep themselves into up to the chains. So we'll see what they can do.
Late handoff, wide open up the middle, 1st down. That's Corvin McNeil, the second running back on the depth chart, but I think I could have made the 1st down with how big the A gap was on that play.
Yes, that was a perfect blocking scheme, just opening up enough room to get to the marker, and then anything after that's a bonus. That was a designed run, designed block just to get them to that point. Great work by the offensive line. Second level was eaten up pretty quickly, but they have it 1st and 10. They can still get a 1st down.
They can still get a 1st down inside the inch line, but for all intensive purposes, 1st and goal. McNeil stays on the field. Nice run on 1st down to the 4-yard line.
That'll make things a little bit easier, and it kind of tightens up the playbook a little bit, though. You kind of reduce a lot of the room you have to make those plays happen. See what they have goal line set.
Price is back in. He'll get the ball, strong side right, punches through. Welcome to the game, San Diego Wildcats. Only took him a quarter and 5 minutes.
It did, but that's the best drive they've had so far. This is exactly what the doctor ordered for them. They had several drives that went wanting in that 1st quarter. 2nd quarter, they finally are able to adjust to the point, and it's all about variety. They showed LA a different look, and they didn't give the Aztecs anything to look forward to. And when you make the defense guess and they guess wrong, you get good chunk plays like you got in that drive for San Diego. Great work from Holdorf and company, their 1st score of the day.
Something we talked about before the broadcast, Curtis, is 3rd down conversions, both on offense and defense. And San Diego had a couple big ones on that last drive. On the year, San Diego is 4th in the UFL in 3rd down conversion percentage on offense, 47.7%. But LA, conversely, is the best defensive team on 3rd down. Opponents only converting 35% of their 3rd downs against the Aztecs.
Well, part of that goes with and this is something else we talked about, part of that goes with what you can do on offense on 1st and 2nd down. Because if you are put in a position like LA likes to do, they put opposing offenses into 3rd and long scenarios. The 2 1st downs you're mentioning, both of them for San Diego on that drive were 3rd and shorts, 3rd and mediums, and they feast in situations like that. That 3rd and 2 to create that 1st and goal scenario was key to that drive to get them a touchdown, because otherwise they're looking at 3 points. If that's a 3rd and 6, a 3rd and 7, things are a lot more difficult for San Diego on that drive.
LA up 10-7 now, a lot less comfortable than the 10-0 lead. Marco Swift wants to change that. Shallow cross, complete almost to 1st down. 8 for 10, 67 yards for Swift here in this 1st half.
Swift has been decent when he's had to be. Fowler really hasn't shown up a whole lot in this game. It's been Noel who's been the main feature back. We'll see how much of Fowler we see on this drive.
2nd and 1, handoff. Fowler, 1st down. I love that triangle package or jumbo package on short yardage situations like that, because it just gives so many different looks to the defensive front.
Yeah, they call it a full house sometimes, but you have blocking both left and right if you need it. You really don't have an idea on defense which way they're going to go, and it's harder to guess.
Fowler untouched to the 2nd level. Leveled by Zach Morgan, the strong safety, but another big pickup, 9 yards, 2nd and 1.
7 tackles so far from Morgan.
They're gonna throw for it on 2nd and 1. Shallow crosser, barely gets the job done. Into the hands of Lars Bizarre, his 2nd catch on the drive.
Good work from the tight end, that little safety valve that he uses. Marco Swift uses the running backs and tight ends as safety valves constantly in this offense, and it's fun to watch.
Right at the midfield stripe, 1st and 10. That time, better run defense by San Diego. James Corey, 1st man to him. Alexander Ross not far behind on that one. Gain of only 2 up to the 48. Another deep delayed handoff. Great quickness in the backfield by Isaiah Fowler. That play looked dead to rights, and he still picked up 7 yards.
It was the quick turn by Fowler and the decision making, the quick decision from him to go right instead of straight up the middle. Just a great cut, great vision from Fowler to make that a decent play.
Now they bring in Adam Noel, the bruiser, back, but we will wait until after the 2-minute warning. Close contest here in this first half, 10-7 LA. Aztecs would love to make it a 2-score game before the break. Both teams with all 3 timeouts still. 3rd and 3. They'll throw for it. Swift, beautiful pass. Down the seam to a wide open Morales Woods. All the way to the 25-yard line.
First reception of the day for him, and Iggy Turner's looking at him like, man, that was my catch. No, but that's good for Morales. That's great work from him. The post over the middle of the field. They've gotten a couple receivers into that area on the skinny post routes right in front of the safeties. Watch for the safeties to come down on that. If they start to see receivers go into that area, that would be the adjustment the safeties have to make to try to take that pass away.
Talk about a mismatch on that last play. Defensive end James Corey was covering Morales Woods. This time, it's a wide open slant to the 9-yard line, 1st and goal.
Talk about an answer to an answer. This has been a great drive for LA just before the second half gets done. San Diego comes out, puts a really good drive together, gets a touchdown, and then all of a sudden the Aztecs come right back out and get themselves into a position to score themselves. So this is a statement drive from them saying, hey, you know what? You scored. Fantastic. We're not going anywhere.
You talked about the number of receptions on this Aztecs team, and they've been trading it back and forth. And coming into the game, Morales Woods 51, second to Iggy Turner with 67, Fancher 42, Bizarre 49. They're all up around the same place. Play action, 1st and 10 from just outside the 10-yard line to the back of the end zone and thrown behind the intended receiver, Iggy Turner, 2nd and goal.
That way, throwing it behind him, I think, was the only chance to get it to him based on where the defensive coverage was. I think if he throws that to his hands, I think that might have been a picker, at the very least, a pass deflect.
Swift, back of the end zone, deflected, and incomplete. Ryan Schutz with a pass breakup on top of 2 solo tackles in this first half.
Yeah, he's been defensively very good in that secondary, and look for him to make a play on 3rd down, too.
Now 3rd and goal. San Diego trying to force another field goal with a minute left in the first half. They bring a delayed blitz. That means somebody's open. And Marco Swift finds Iggy Turner in the end zone. Touchdown, LA.
Knees to chest. Knees to chest. He's always got something planned every time. The one-handed for style points as well. How about that for Iggy Turner? Puts that mid out there, brings it in. That's a pop flying and out, and a touchdown for LA.
I don't like the blitz call on that 3rd down, Curtis. You just can't leave one of these receivers open if you're not going to get to Marco Swift immediately.
You're right. The thing about the blitz there is if you get the blitz call, you have to get there, like you said. But the blitz there, I don't think was a smart play because your coverage was doing just fine by itself without having the extra pressure added to the quarterback. The pass deflection, the ball behind the coverage on the first play, you're really putting the game in the hands of your coverage there, I think was the right call. The blitz, I think, was the wrong decision.
Well, it means that LA's up 17-7 over San Diego. Let's see what the 1-minute drill has for the Wildcats. 57 seconds left, 3 timeouts. If you're San Diego, you want at least 3 here going into the break with a 1-score deficit.
Yeah, I mean, you have a minute left. You have all the timeouts you need. So get it downfield. Like you said, getting 3 points here is absolute priority. And seeing as how they have to give the ball back to LA at the start of the second half, this becomes paramount for them to at least get something. They do not want to go into the locker room down 2 scores and then also having to play defense to start the second half.
I was just about to bring that up. LA won the toss, chose to defer. So they get the ball at the start of the second half. There's 10. The handoff, nothing. Excellent block shed right into an arm tackle. Antoine Walker.
interesting choice on the run as well. They'll go no huddle instead of using a timeout.
Gotta get a big play here, or else you just might want to run this to the half. Holdorf stands in, deep pass, incomplete. Trying to high point it was R.E. Mills, but the hit was there on the back end, and it's 3rd and 12.
Well timed, about a fraction of a second between a pass breakup and a PI. So good stuff by the LA defense.
Empty set. Holdorf goes long and overthrows the intended receiver, Rochelle Johnson. 3 and out. And now you got to make sure you get a good punt on this if you are Sam Mullins, because 24 seconds, 3 timeouts. LA might have some agency still in this first half.
There was a blitz coming on that. I'm not sure why LA was blitzing, but I think Holdorf had more time than he thought he did. That blitz was not anywhere close to getting home. I think if he gives that another second, he may have a different route going downfield. So I think that's a little bit of impatience and a little bit of panic there by Zach Holdorf.
Punt goes back. Good coverage by the 2-up men for San Diego, as LA nowhere near field goal range with 17 seconds left. We'll see what the Aztecs do. They may just decide to run it out.
Yeah, as I think they should. I think they've played a heck of a first half, all told, defensively especially, keeping San Diego to 7 points. And it looks like they're going to try something short here.
It'll be Swift. It'll be across the middle, jumping a coverage, lost the ball, and I believe LA recovered it and immediately called a timeout.
Yikes. That was panic in the eyes of everybody in the crowd rooting for LA there, because if that's a scoop, that may very well be a score. There was not a lot of Aztecs between the ball and the end zone, so San Diego unfortunately was not able to pick it up there, but that was a scary moment for LA.
Still got 8 yards out of it somehow, and they will run the ball. Fowler, stretch play, doesn't bounce off of a tackle. Another tackle and a good end to the first half by Brian Schutz, and a timeout called, as we will get the ritual burning of the timeouts here at the end of the first half.
Maybe a chance for them to go along with one, seeing if Marco can air one out. Essentially maybe an arm punt, but I mean with 6 seconds left, what do they got to lose?
Full house here.
Yeah.
And they'll just run it out. Or will they? Isaiah Fowler almost got all the way to field goal range, but time will run out on the Aztecs in this first half. And we go to the break. Defensive, low scoring, but pretty much all LA at the end of the first half. They lead it 17-7. 44 passing and rushing yards. Just 88 yards in the first half for the Wildcats.
No, the Wildcats are nothing if not symmetrical, I guess. But ultimately, the LA Aztecs, their last offensive drive is what really quelled the momentum from San Diego. They went through and took that answer away from San Diego there, and otherwise San Diego, I think, would own the momentum going into this second half.
San Diego on pace for just 88 yards on the ground. They average over 210 on the ground per game this season. We'll pause 10 seconds. Station ID. This is the UFL on the Virtual Football Network.
This presentation of the UFL is intended for the private use of our audience. Any accounts or descriptions of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited.
Ball in the air for the second half here in Los Angeles. Michael Tuillo and Chris Curtis have the call for you from the broadcast booth. Cameron Irvine is our producer this evening. LA with a chance to make a statement here, Chris. 17-7 up with the ball to start the third quarter.
And don't forget as well, San Diego owns the lead in the Pacific Division. So LA making a statement here would not be just a statement for this game, but also potentially a statement for the end of this season.
Marco Swift across the middle. Those middle crossing routes have been deadly as Iggy Turner picks up his first catch of the second half. He's got 5 for 39.
They play a glorified levels concept with them as well. Sometimes they'll go over the middle shallow. Sometimes they'll go over the middle deep. It really just depends on what the safeties and the linebackers are going to do, how far they come down, how far they stay up.
Fowler on second and short punches through for the first down. A reminder of what's at stake here this evening. If San Diego wins, they clinch the Pacific Division. They'd be up on LA by 2 games with 2 games left and the head-to-head season sweep. If LA wins, both teams will be 10-4 and split the season series. The next tiebreaker would be conference record. San Diego is 6-4 and LA is 8-3 in the conference. So LA would then jump San Diego and control their own destiny in the Pacific Division.
And again, LA would have a shot to catch Salt Lake at the top of the Western Conference as well with a win here. It would be a tall task, but it would be possible.
It would be, because Salt Lake would now have, after their win tonight, would then have to lose both games to close out the season. And either San Diego or LA would have to win their last 2. But it is still mathematically possible for the winner of tonight's game to get the #1 overall seed in the West going into the playoffs.
Possible. Again, it's not likely, but I mean, Salt Lake is the ultimate control your own destiny type of team right now.
Delayed handoff. Fowler pushing forward. The crunch comes from the secondary. Fowler pushing up towards 100 yards on the day. Blazing game with the tackle on that last one. LA is 1-1 in their last 2 games. A loss to San Jose, who gave Salt Lake fits earlier tonight on game night. As Fowler runs into a crowd, not much doing there. And then last week, the Fresno Bobcats were defeated pretty soundly, 23-6 by LA as well. But in the middle of the season, the Aztecs ran off a 4-game winning streak against Charlotte, Phoenix, Albuquerque, and they did defeat Salt Lake. Swift, deep, caught to the 14-yard line. It's Turner again.
Second dance on this drive for Iggy Turner. Look at him, first down. Every single time he catches the ball, you got something. So good stuff from him. Gets it into the red zone for LA. Like you said, they're trying to make a statement in this second half, and none bigger than the one possibly created right there and getting them into scoring range.
I wouldn't say a touchdown here wraps it up in a bow, but considering how little we've seen from San Diego on offense, it very may well. Fowler, left-hand side to the 10.
Nothing big from Fowler there, but really doesn't need to be. Keeps them honest. 4 yards, all they really need. He averages 5 per carry.
The last 2 games for LA of the season after tonight, at Dallas and then home against San Jose. Adam Noel, who has a rushing touchdown earlier this evening, bounces off a tackle and gets a few. Brings up 3rd down and 3. San Diego desperate now to hold him to a field goal.
Yeah, we keep it to a 2-possession game, so this becomes a huge 3rd down.
Swift will throw for it. He'll go goal line. It's a touchdown! Devin Miles, statement, signed, sealed, delivered. LA goes up by 3 scores.
Yeah, priority mail. That's a great drive from LA. Getting it into the end zone on the first drive of the second half, really putting San Diego on their back heels. This game not over yet. We've seen comebacks of this magnitude or better in the UFL this season, but that is a major statement at home in front of this Aztec crowd. This is a fun one to be a part of as the LA Aztecs look to clinch a playoff spot with a win tonight.
7 plays, 65 yards, over 4 minutes off the clock, and it's 24-7 LA, and the hole gets deeper for the San Diego Wildcats. This is the last road game of the season for San Diego, so they can have some home cooking to look forward to the last 2 weeks, as they're home against Montana and then against Fresno to round out the regular season.
So getting a win here, super important going into the last couple of games of the regular season. Now it's time for San Diego to try to find an impact statement for themselves, get themselves back to a 2-possession game. A touchdown would really, really do them wonders for momentum's sake going into this next drive.
And again, remember, if LA wins tonight, they control their own destiny.
Yep.
And have the driver's seat in this Pacific Division. Here we go. Massive drive on us on prospect for San Diego. Can they lean on Payne Price, who was shut down pretty much holistically in the first half? Just 3 yards on that first carry.
That's been the difference. LA has forced them to be a one-dimensional team, and Holdorf has not been able to shoulder the weight himself.
Price, just the blocking not there. That time, LA double-teamed the center, and Price still tried to run right up the middle.
Just nothing doing. I mean, it's kind of like a beating your head against a wall type thing. How many more times they do it before they abandon the run altogether? Or, I mean, the outside runs could be, you could start to use some screens. If you really want to get the ball in the hands of Price, you have ways to do it, but they really need to find a way to make it effective.
3rd and 8. Look at this. 8 in the box for LA. They go deep. It's intercepted. Over the shoulder basket catch for the interception by Marion Turner.
I told you at the top of the broadcast, Marion Turner was going to have to make an impact play on defense, and she does that just there. Great work for Marion to get the ball underneath on the pop fly, and that was all because of the 8 in the box. You send the blitz, you create some panic, and Zach Holdorf, as we saw earlier in the game, you knew when you saw the initial panic earlier that we were going to see that same blitz again. It comes, he throws a ball that's well and easily contested, a criminal overthrow from Holdorf, and Marion Turner brings it in to force the turnover, and LA could start to walk away with this one.
Interception number 6 on the season for Marion Turner, putting her behind Rain Rie for second on the team. Rie's got 8. And now if you're LA, I mean, there's no reason for you not to run the ball and start churning clock, even though we're halfway through the 3rd quarter.
Yep, chew clock is the objective here. There's no reason not to. You're up 17 points. You have the ball. You have the ball closer to midfield than not. So if anything, make this a blood-sucking drive. Make it a 10 to 13 play drive and just try to get as much clock as you can done.
Quick play to the sideline for Morales Woods. That one goes out of bounds, but not before a first down is picked up for LA. Well, if LA can chew clock as well as Iggy Turner chews the scenery, they might be all right here.
That's not a lie. And Morales Woods actually taking a page out of Iggy Turner's book, except for Morales Woods is a little bit brave. He's dancing, showing the first down marker on the opponent's sideline, just to kind of get a little bit of extracurriculars on that side from Morales Woods. I like it.
I mean, they're down 24-7. I'm not sure San Diego has much to shout back at him.
Yeah.
Here's Fowler, runs into a wave of light blue and white.
Yeah, the run was clearly coming there. We'll see if they can force LA into a throwing situation. They need a decent stop to make a 3rd and long here.
2nd and 9 from right on the midfield stripe, handoff, Fowler, nothing. And it'll be 3rd and 9.
Here we go. This is where San Diego makes their money. If they can get them into the 3rd and long situations like this, now they have a chance to get off the field, and we may be able to see their offense back out on the field before too long, but this needs to be a stop.
Pump fake, throw middle, wide open. First down to the 24-yard line. Marco Swift is dialing up this San Diego defense. 352 total yards, 201 of those through the air.
Yeah, 5 of those receptions went to Lars Bazar, including that one right there. That same spot in the middle of the field has absolutely been the Achilles heel for San Diego's secondary. There's been 3 different receivers who have caught balls in that same area, most of them on post routes. This one just a straight seam up the middle for the tight end.
San Diego middle of the road in terms of 3rd down percentage defense. Couldn't get it done right there, and now here comes more clock chewing from Isaiah Fowler.
no need to really do anything else until you get to a point where you're third and somewhat long. But now you're getting into field goal range, so you can even make it a harder objective to try to come back.
Adam Noel leans forward, makes it third and short. Week 16 of the UFL starts Friday with a showdown of epic proportions. The 9-5 Vegas Devils welcome the 10-4 St. Louis Rivermen in prime time, with both teams hoping to shake off late season losses and pick up a monster win. 3rd and 5. San Diego looking for a monster stop, and they'll get it on the sack.
Man.
Alexander Ross finally finds pay dirt in the backfield.
Alex Ross was fighting his way all the way back to Swift, and Swift actually backed up into him. That's a little bit of lack of awareness of where he's at on the field and where the rush is coming from, but they will take it. Ross gets the sack. San Diego gets the stop on a must-have situation for them. They knocked them out of field goal range as well in the process and forced them to try to punt him or pin him deep on the punt.
Potentially a full stop for San Diego there. No, they're going to try the 45-yard field goal.
Thought they were farther back than that. No worries.
45-yarder. Got it. 27-7, a 20-point lead for LA here in the third quarter, and another drive that takes 4+ minutes off the clock.
Yep, and I mean, they got the 3 points and they took clock away. That's exactly what they needed to do. There was no real objective past that for LA, so mission accomplished. Now with San Diego with less time on the clock than they would like, obviously, and a 20-point deficit. I mean, it's not impossible, it's just improbable. And we'll see if San Diego can live up to that. Got to find creative ways to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, and that's going to be Payne. That's going to be their wide receiving core. Find a way for Holdorf to make a play downfield and not panic when the blitz is coming.
I agree with you. They need to get Payne Price involved in other ways than just rushing up the middle. But if you look at the receiving numbers on the season, I mean, Payne Price, just 2.4 receptions per game. They don't throw to him really at all.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's not usually a part of their recipe, but I mean, the great teams in this league and in any league, they adapt. They find a way to win, and this is where you need to kind of throw out the recipe book and kind of start throwing ingredients in a pot and stirring them up.
Payne Price, all he needs is one gap, and that's his best run of the night by a while. 11 carries for 29 yards and a touchdown, just 2.6 yards a carry for Price. You saw Holdorf's numbers right before the drive started. Was it 5 for 10 for 51 yards?
Yeah, because they've continued to try to go to the run game, and it just hasn't quite worked. Holdorf does have some rushes to his credit as well, but that's, like you said, best rush of the day for Price, and he is exactly half of the normal yards per carry he has on the season, so more good rushes would be in the wheelhouse. Oh, what a hit.
Oh, my goodness. Payne Price just got leveled up by the shoulder pads by Michaela Foraker.
I think in professional wrestling circles, they call that a clothesline. Boom. Forearm shiver or something. What a hit.
They'll try a run again on 2nd and 12 and maybe get back to the line of scrimmage.
No, this is the problem. This is what they needed to stay out of, was the 3rd and very longs. And this is exactly what we could be looking at here.
3rd and 10. Just a 4-man rush. Holdorf going to take off. He's got space. He's got a first down to the 45-yard line. Finally knocked down by C.J. Parrish. 2nd run of the night for Zach Holdorf. Extends the drive for the Wildcats as we go to the 4th quarter. A mountain to climb for San Diego. The Aztecs currently cruising their way to a division lead here on Tuesday night. Michael Turillo and Chris Curtis in the broadcast booth here with you on UFL Primetime. They'll run a screen to Payne Price. There's a little bit of the creative play calling you were asking for, Chris.
They get him to the outside, get the ball in the hands, let the blocking do their job, and find unconventional ways to move the ball downfield. That's exactly what they were looking for on that. And going no huddle down 3 scores, that's probably the way to go.
2nd and 2. Holdorf takes off, weaves his way past the 30 to the 28. Well, he says if the running back run game's not going to work, I'll just start running myself. Remember that he's not a bad rusher. And as he crosses the 1,000-yard mark on rushing for the season, the only quarterback in the UFL to do that this season. He's going to take off again. He's got space. He's going to lower the shoulder and get 9 yards.
He's having some issues with the ball security part of this, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Aztecs go to a more aggressive tackle style to try to take that ball away from him. He's got to slide, give himself up.
Another big hole, another big hit, but Holdorf will take it. 1st and goal at the 9. This drive has been all on the legs of numero dos.
He needs it. Put the ball in his hands. He's a one read and run quarterback when he does run, and so far it's working.
Does he run again? No, he throws. Incomplete, big hit on the back end. That was 4-acre again.
And Holdorf's looking at his receiver like, you see, this is why I run. No, but that needed to at least keep him honest, and they'll see what they can do in the I formation.
2nd and goal out of the I. Look at those 2 receivers. The slot to the left. Play action. Throw back middle. Got maybe 2 on the pass to the fullback, Brady Boyd. And now 3rd and goal. San Diego needs this one to find the painted area. 3rd and goal from the 8. Holdorf throws, almost picked. Oof. And batted down. Dangerous
throw. And now question becomes, do they go for this? They need touchdowns, not field goals. So do they decide that they need to go for the 7 instead of the 3?
David Waller and Miguel Morales-Woods combine to knock that down, and here comes the aggressive call. 4th and goal from the 6. Holdorf, bullet pass, goal line, touchdown! They finally got it into Zach D'Orazio.
Needed that. Absolutely needed that. The crosser, it was a quick little slant route, inside slant. Found D'Orazio just right on the goal line, able to put the ball in his right hand, tuck it just over the plane, and get the 6 points they needed. They're not out of this game yet. That's a big touchdown to get. Now they need a stop from LA on defense.
PAT, good. 27-14, still down 2 scores. I think San Diego needs to stop LA for the rest of the game. I'm not sure they're going to get more than 27 points in this one.
No, I would agree. And it needs to be fairly quick as well. The 3 and outs are definitely going to help. You really have to limit the amount of first downs that LA gets, which has been difficult to do. The passing game has been dynamic for LA all game long. Iggy Turner, Lars Bazar has caught some key first down catches as well. It is a need for San Diego to keep everything in front of them and limit the movement across the chains.
Well, if you're a Yugo fan, we got a lot of numbers called tonight, but I've seen nobody say bingo in chat, so could be we're still looking for that first Yugo of the night. For UFL schedules, standings, stats, rankings, and more, visit the league website at UFL.football and claim your player today. You can help your favorite team succeed by just being a fan and declaring your fandom at UFL.football, the official home of everything UFL. 10 minutes to go, 27-14. Not out of the realm of possibility, but San Diego needs some stops, and they need them fast. The swing to Morales-Woods. He's got space and time for a first down.
Quick little wide receiver screen. That was by design, the quick snap and throw. Nobody over there, and they were not playing up on him. No press coverage on the receiver there, so Swift found an easy target. Morales-Woods makes him pay with a 12-yard gain.
They do like to throw that screen to Morales-Woods because it's counted as a rush. And on the season, he's got a couple of those that are counted as rushes. 21 yards, technically counted as rushing yards tonight for Morales. Woods. Fowler met in the A gap.
Yep.
Big hit.
That was a big time hit. Good work from San Diego to limit his movement forward. Do they go back to the sideline, or do they try to rush it up the middle a couple more times?
Mark Franks with a hit that time. Just two middle linebackers. They'll try and run into that side. And guess who it is? Zach Morgan with the big tackle. 3rd down and 6. And now we start to talk about 3rd down conversion percentage. On offense, LA is down in the bottom third of the league at converting at just 41%. And this is not a gimme either. 3rd and 6. Swift under fire. Swift goes down from a bear hug by Cedric Blasingame. His 2nd sack of the night, and just what the doctor ordered for San Diego, a 3 and out.
That was clutch from San Diego on their biggest defensive drive of the season. So far, it's Blasingame able to get free on the spin and the swim from his block and get down into Marco Swift's, periphery. Right in front of him. Nothing that Swift can do to get free. And don't look now, a punt upcoming. San Diego is not done with this game just yet.
It's a good punt, fielded at the 25, trying to get outside of the 35. Here we go. San Diego needs another big touchdown drive. 8:11 to go here in the 4th quarter, 27-14. A touchdown on this drive makes things very interesting coming down the stretch.
Yeah, and nothing but a touchdown. You really can't take a field goal at this point, in my opinion. You need to maximize every possession you have, so they need it.
They go to Price. He's cut down in the backfield. What a defensive night for this front 7. Walker, big hit there.
Well, and if they give Price more opportunities, you can't put him in the A and B gap. You really have to put him on the stretches, put him to the outside, off tackles, give him tosses, options, RPOs, something. Give him more screen passes. He had one earlier that worked out really well. He is not working well between the tackles of this LA front.
2nd and 11. Holdorf to the air, finds a wide open curl route at midfield. Rochelle Johnson hasn't been fed the ball a lot tonight. That's his 2nd catch, excuse me.
2nd catch, but both of the catches have been fantastic and well impacted the game, as it were. Rochelle had a catch on the touchdown drive earlier before the 2nd half started.
They set up the screen. Price outruns his blockers, gets close to a 1st down on that far sideline. They tried to set up that same screen earlier in the 1st half, and it just didn't work because the play got blown up. That time the blocking got set.
Yeah, I swear I'm not in the headset of the offensive coordinator for San Diego, but it seems they're listening to me, getting the screenplays out to Payne.
2nd and 1, another screen. Price slipped.
Yep.
He was wide open, but slipped and allowed Scruggs to get back and make the tackle.
Last thing you want to see here on a 3rd and 2, you do not want to see them try to run it up the middle. The biggest 3rd down and short of the season for San Diego, one they absolutely have to have.
3rd and 2. Price sidecar left of Holdorf in the backfield. 2 receivers each side. It'll be Holdorf to throw. Down the numbers, incomplete. Off the hands of Sir Jefferson. 4th and 2. I think you got to go for this.
Yep, you have to. It's all on this. I mean, that ball, I don't think you have to go long there. I think you shorten the routes, put something 5 to 10 yards downfield. You've been good on the short to intermediate passing game all day. There's no reason to go over the top there. If it works, he's a genius. But in this case, he does not. And he'll be taking questions about that after the game.
Perfect coverage by Marquez Williams, the corner. 4th and 2. San Diego already has converted 1 4th down conversion today. Can they get a 2nd one? Price follows his blockers, 1st down and more. Now that begs the question, why didn't they just do that on 3rd down?
Well, I mean, I think on 3rd down, it's more anticipated that you're going to do that. On 3rd down, with 4th down, you really don't know. LA had to guess. They guessed wrong.
Flare out to the near side, caught. Fourth down conversions, not something we see a lot of in the UFL. Coming into the game, San Diego was just 2 for 7, 28% on fourth down conversions, while they're now 4 of 9 on the year. They've gotten 2 so far tonight. Holdorf looking for a lane, finally finds one, escapes and slides down at the 15-yard line. Holdorf doing a little Houdini act in the backfield that time.
He had to go east, west, and then north. That was a crazy run, and found a way between a couple of tackles, evading some big-time defenders there too.
Quick pass in the flat. Price gets out of bounds. He was going so many directions on that last run. He ended up in Due West, South Carolina, a place that I only found out existed to this afternoon.
That's awesome. Love it. 2nd and 3.
Holdorf throws the ball out of bounds. Not sure what he was looking for on that one because all of his receivers were covered. 3rd and 3, and here comes crunch time again for the visitors from San Diego.
I'm looking for the hot dog vendor in the 3rd row with that ball.
McNeil's the running back. He goes out to the wide side and almost an interception. They were trying to hit Sir Jefferson on a fadeaway route. Covered well. And here we go. A 3rd, 4th down attempt in this game for San Diego. They're 2 for 2 so far. And if you're San Diego here, you don't need to put it in the end zone.
No.
You just
get it to the 5. Get it to the 5. This looks like exactly what they're trying to do.
Deep handoff, nothing doing. They gave the ball to Corbin McNeil. And the luck finally runs out for San Diego. Everett Murray with the tackle to potentially seal this game for LA.
And why, oh why, do you not give the ball to Payne Price there? That is a big-time decision personnel-wise, and he gets stuck behind his blocker. If he moves to the right, even a skosh, he may have a shot to get to the marker, but it was just not enough. Got stuck behind, it couldn't move, and why does Payne Price not have the ball in that situation?
I have no idea. Another one for the head coach to field questions about.
Yep.
In post-game, Fowler trying to slam the door shut, but he gets slammed to the ground at the 10-yard line by Zach Cobb.
And now, how long does San Diego wait before they start burning timeouts? Do they wait till the 2-minute warning?
I would. I am a fan of not burning timeouts until the 2-minute warning, especially in a close game. That's a tackle.
That was an aggressive tackle as well. That's a big-time hit. 3rd and 3.
Coming in from the backside is Ross. 3rd and 3. San Diego needs this one. Look at the spread formation here from LA. I'm sensing draw here. No, they'll throw for it. Swift to who else? Lars Bazar. When you need him, he comes through. 1st down LA.
One of the more clutch tight ends in the UFL this season, and he shows why with a great route run. A little bit of an out route, nothing special over there. He's got some help, but it's just real nice work with the bottom and top receivers for LA on that little levels concept. He got 2 different options. Defense can only cover one of them. That's a great catch and a better 1st down.
Lars only has 2 touchdowns on the season, but he is so instrumental in putting together these long, soul-sucking drives for LA, picking up 3rd downs and short like it's nothing. One more play will bring us to the 2-minute warning. Second and 5. Wide open rushing lane for a 1st down, Isaiah Fowler, and now the timeouts start coming for the Wildcats.
Yeah, need to get the ball back ASAP if they have any kind of chance, but 1 1st down is going to be enough to seal this game away for LA and give them the lead in the Pacific Division, and San Diego is not sure what hit them. The way this game has gone, this seemingly has been all LA. There's been a couple of momentum shifts, but not very many.
The number 2 back, Adam Noel's had a good night, had a touchdown back in the first half. Second timeout used by the Wildcats. It's pretty much the reverse of what happened when these two teams met in primetime earlier this season, when it was a 20-0 lead for San Diego. And LA came back and tried to make it close at the end. And this time LA jumped out to a big lead, and San Diego had a little bit of a second half push, but it was not enough as the final timeout is burned for the visitors.
Well, and you see the playoff picture to your left right there, and I mean, essentially those two are going to flip. The Aztecs are going to be in the number 2 spot in the Western Conference, and then the Wildcats are going to drop all the way to number 5, being in one of the wild card positions as they give up the division lead. This is a big game for San Diego to go down in, and a bigger game for LA to win.
Before we end tonight, please like and comment on the video to help the UFL reach more people as we round the back 9 of the regular season. The race for the playoffs is heating up, and we want everyone to see what we're building. Thank you for your continued support of the inaugural UFL regular season. Dos minutos remaining here in Aztec country. And it's all LA to salt the game away at this point. Speaking of playoff races heating up, there may be no more interesting divisional battle than the Southwest Division. Austin currently holds the lead at 7-7. Houston is also 7-7. Austin has the conference record tiebreaker. El Paso and Phoenix are both 6-8. So one of those teams is probably going to make the playoffs, and the other 3 are going to go home and watch the playoffs on TV. And who knows who it's going to be?
Yeah, I mean, everything is within a game. That's a crazy division to be a part of, to be a fan of as well. It's 7-7 and 6-8, just all 4 teams within one game of each other. That's fantastic for that division and great entertainment down the stretch.
You look at the East, right? Some of those very close divisions. Miami is pretty much locked up the East. Charlotte, New Orleans, and Florida still hanging on. St. Louis and Dallas are very close on top of the Central after Dallas beat Wichita tonight. So now both of those teams are 10-4. Milwaukee losing to Cincinnati gave Cincinnati the lead back in the Great Lakes division at 8-6. Milwaukee falls to 7-7.
Quick aside, Cincinnati having to come back from all those games in a row that they went down, and be able to come back and take the division lead this late in the season is a huge statement for them.
Motor City still has some say in that division as well at 7-7. But here in LA, it was all Aztecs all the time. A few bright spots from San Diego couldn't shine through the black hole of the LA Aztecs defense. They win this one 27-14 and basically just smothered the Wildcats from minute 1.
They really did. There was a couple of moments where you thought maybe that the Wildcats were going to turn the corner, but San Diego just couldn't get the wheels churning in a positive moving direction for a long time. The wheel ran out of steam or whatever the case is. That said, I mean, this was a game that LA had to come out and own on their home turf in front of their home fans. Their offense did the job. A.E. Turner, Lars Bizarre, Leonard Fancher and company, they did what they needed to do. And you talk about the run game. That's where it really shone. Noel with the touchdown. You had Isaiah Fowler with a good day as well, and nothing the San Diego defense could do to answer.
The LA Aztecs have officially clinched a playoff spot with a win tonight. They're still in the hunt for the number 1 overall seed in the West. They take the lead in the Pacific Division. Still all to play for with 2 regular season games left each. Chris, your final thoughts on a great night for the hosts in LA.
Yeah, absolutely. Should be a lot of fun down the stretch for the rest of the Western Conference. There's a lot of things to be decided before the playoffs get going, and out east as well. So, I mean, this playoff race for the UFL turned out to be a really, really entertaining phenomenon that's being built right now. So a lot of fun tonight, a lot more fun to come before we even get into playoff time, and the playoffs should be fantastic as well.
That'll do it for Chris Curtis. My name is Michael Twillo. Thank you for tuning in to the UFL Primetime on the Virtual Football Network. We'll see you next time. Have a good night.